see that there's several logos at the top, one of which is the AmeriCorps alums logo, because we have been partnering with AmeriCorps for probably close to 10 years now. And it's been a really fruitful partnership, I guess, because it is such a natural fit to have AmeriCorps alums who have been dedicating their time and energy to service to want to continue to do service, but potentially in a different way. And so I'll be talking to you guys about the different ways that you can basically take your service international and to carry on with the things that you care about and believe in. Okay. So I just wanted to put this up in case you wanted to actually get the presentation slides right away, or I can send them along in an email to anyone. So that was kind of a suggestion from the AmeriCorps folks. Okay. All right, so just a little bit about who we are. We have been around for over about 40 years, and we were started by a group of educators that really wanted to explore the idea of experiential education and intercultural service and communication. So over the years, everything, morphs and changes and gets better, and then, has a different focus. But the core of who we are remains the same from that original mission, which is service learning. And so in everything we do, we always come back to the idea that our participants, whether they're students or not students, will be able to engage in really hands-on and substantive service in our communities abroad. So the idea that we are partnered with communities abroad is also a big focus for us, because we don't extend our reach out into other countries as far as sending professors over or sending staff over to actually run the programs and experiences abroad. We rely on local partners who, in our view, are the best folks to really understand their country, their society, the issues and challenges, and they're the best people to seek out and maintain really strong relationships with by and large, small grassroots organizations and NGOs where our participants will actually be doing volunteering. So it's very much a partnership. We rely on them to do what we can't do, because we're Americans and not Colombians or, Greek citizens. We also focus on reciprocity and social, racial, and economic justice. That's a really big part of what we do. It's woven throughout all of our discussions and our experiences. And so when you go, the idea is that you would be very immersed in the culture, not just a traveler or a tourist. We're a small organization, and that allows us to really maintain tight relationships that are more on the lines of like what regular folks in the community are experiencing. And so you get to meet some really amazing folks that are doing a lot of really great work for their communities. So we also focus on community-based research, volunteer research. We call it advocacy research. So if folks want to either plug into something that's already ongoing that has been designed and developed by the organizations themselves, participants can do that, or we have hosted other participants that want to do their own original research, whether they're an NGO leader in the US or some other place. Maybe they are a graduate student in a program, et cetera. Or maybe they just are interested in what research looks like. So that's a little bit about who we are and kind of what we value. This next slide talks a little bit about why IPSL, and because there's a lot of different organizations out there that can help students do volunteering, can help participants engage in communities, can help people get degrees abroad. But we have a little bit of differences in that we truly focus on immersive service learning rather than episodic volunteering. And so for you guys, you know all about that, because with your placements in AmeriCorps, you have been placed for an extended period of time to really work directly with people on the ground. And so that's a really good point of connection as well for alums and AmeriCorps alums and IPSL. So some of the things that we can offer, definitely individualized support and guidance. We focus, as I said, on supporting healthy communities with our international partners. And in doing so, we provide jobs, we provide, infrastructure, we provide research, and we typically, in a typical year, we can get about 83% of our revenue back into our communities. And that's really important for us, because we're not in it for, excuse me, for, having this insulated American organization. We really want to support our organizations and our people abroad. So we talked a little bit about research, but you'd also experience living and serving in other countries. You can improve your language skills. You can also develop a really close network of peers and develop a professional network that could serve in helping you further your career or get a job abroad, or just be a resource for you in whatever you want to do next. And importantly, if you're at the point where you are still working through school or want to attend school, college or university, our programs offer academic courses for credit that could be transferred to your school. So that's a value added. So let's get to the meat of it. So scholarships for AmeriCorps. There's a few different ways that we support folks. So let's start with, and I'll talk about these programs in a minute, but we do offer, in addition to accepting all and any of your Siegel Ed Award that you want to put towards a program, if you are enrolled in our graduate programs, we also offer a matching scholarship. If you are in a graduate program with our partner university, NUNM, the Naturopathic College, National University of Natural Medicine in Portland, same deal. We can accept all of your Siegel Ed Award, and you'll get a $2,000 matching scholarship per term. So additionally, just across the board, no application fee, definitely preferred admission. It's pretty much easy for us to say that AmeriCorps alums are very well suited for the program, and they're also really set up for success. So it's definitely great for us to have preferred admission for you guys. The other way we support you is by offering ways to further you in either a career or educational experience after you leave our program. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So flexibility has really been the hallmark of everyone since the pandemic, but we've always focused on really meeting people where they're at. And so flexibility is built into how we work with you and how our programs can be configured. So these are kind of the 4 ways. So we have non-degree academic and service programs. So for instance, if you're in college or ready to go to college, we either at a graduate level or an undergraduate level, we can provide courses for college credit at the same time that you're immersed abroad in our communities and serving them. We also have customized experiential programs. And what that means is you can tell us, I have X amount of time available. I need to go during this time, or I want to go during this time. This is a location I want to go to within our portfolio of locations. And this is the type of experience I want to have. So it's infinitely flexible in that way. And many AmeriCorps alums fit into a customized experiential program. It just is really well suited for them. We also offer language and volunteer programs in several countries, and that focuses really on intensive language learning. So if one of your goals is to become fluent in Spanish, let's say, we can set up a language learning program that also offers volunteering in the community. And then finally, we have our graduate programs, which are 1-year accelerated abroad and online master's degrees. And we have 2. One is called International Development and Service, and the other one is Community Organizing and Social Activism. Very interdisciplinary, very hands-on, fast-paced, research-based, and practical application-based. So we're not interested really in having our graduates create this fabulous paper that sits on a shelf in some university. We really want you to be able to go out and do the work. So it's a very practical, hands-on approach to getting a master's degree. So just briefly, I'm going to buzz through this. So this is just, talking a little bit about how our master's degree programs follow a European model, which is 13 months and it's back-to-back quarter terms. So it's very, very fast-paced, and people move from country to country, and you get to choose your countries. You can stay in one location for 2 terms and then another location. You can even combine it with online terms if that fits your lifestyle better. Also, we are able to really help folks that are interested in global health because of our really close partnership with the Natural Medicine College. We have a global health focus, which really looks at healthy communities in all the ways that you can be healthy or unhealthy. So not just physical health, but environmental health, social justice, animal health, all the things, so educational access, healthcare access. So we focus on kind of really looking at the community in a holistic manner. And that's another option for folks. But here's the crux of what we do with our AmeriCorps alums, and that's custom. And as I mentioned, it is something that's completely flexible and designed for what your goals are. And so at the beginning, I spend a lot of time with you focusing on getting to know a little bit about your background, what your interests are, what your goals are. And then we talk logistics about, okay, I want to go for, 3 months or 1 month or whatever it may be. But once we get all of that sort of basic information down, then the process is that we work in an iterative fashion where we go back and forth and you say, okay, I send you a proposal and then you send back and some changes. And once we get to where it's ready to roll and you're happy with that, then we get you going on all of our preparation, pre-departure, and enrollment information. And it's very scaffolded throughout the whole thing. So you're given benchmarks, and I guide you through what you need to do when. So, okay. Just real briefly, locations. We have Asia, Africa, Latin America, and Europe. Now, not all of these countries and locations are open to US passport holders now, but many of them are. And so right now, Cape Town, South Africa, Thessaloniki, Greece, Guatemala, Peru, where's Colombia? Oh, I must have left that off. Colombia is also open, and Dublin, Ireland. And so really the only ones that are not open that we do have programs in are, oh, there's Colombia, Vietnam, and then Japan, Argentina, but Spain is opening, France is opening, and Austria is opening. So it's getting there. We're getting there. So that's really all I wanted to share with you kind of formally. This is our contact information. But I just want to